Before we get started, this is a fictional story behind a fictional crew who are now a part of Life Edge Music Group. R.I.P. to all the guys who died in this shit for real. The rest of you internet haters, eat a fat one.
If we see any ops, they are done for.
Yeah. Blood in the moonlight, we out for the fight. Jackals run deep, every scar got a right.
If we see any ops, they are done for.
Hey, yo, where are you from?
We build this league every tale. We don't chase dreams, we make them bleed. Every snap, every chant, every creed. This is war, Jackals never concede. Feel like I'm a fuego and me boss. Latin queen, I don't need your applause. From the Bronx to the South, I rep my cause. Jackal blood.
In Chiraq, every block got a heartbeat, every name got a story, and every crew got
Yeah, he's in the hospital fighting for his life right now.
Cold summer, the war between 47th and the Jackals. Loyalty versus survival. Grief and revenge. Digital disrespect and real-world consequences. Legacy, family, and fractured brotherhood. Power plays and street diplomacy. In the beginning, in the west side of Chicago, you have many crews that start from 30th and Peacock to 72nd and 9th. But we will focus on 47th Street Gang, mostly Latino, but they have a mix of black and white gangbangers. They are the hardest on them, but once they prove themselves, 47th Street call them my brothers. It's a sign of love and respect and honor to the non-Latino members. On 48th Street, you have the Phenoms, and you finally have the 49th Street crew called the Jackals. Why do they call them the Jackals? We will get to that. But the Jackals are one of the most ruthless gangs in the West Side, with a reported 55 bodies in 1 year alone. We will take you back to 2012-2013. Back then, 47th and 49th were family. Not by blood, but by bond. The kind of bond built through shared struggle, late-night dice games, and block parties that stretched into sunrise. Kids from both sides grew up together, fighting, laughing, surviving. They wore different colors, but the respect was mutual. If 47th threw a cookout, the Jackals pulled up with speakers. If the Jackals hosted a back-to-school drive, 47th brought the backpacks. Beans and Paco were tight. Beans had jokes for days, and Paco had the kind of quiet that made people listen. They weren't just soldiers. They were glue. Beans once saved Paco's cousin from a robbery gone wrong. Paco paid for Beans' mom's hospital bills when insurance wouldn't. That's how deep it ran. Joker and Cashmigo, brothers in everything but name. They built the Peru Connect together, split the profits clean, kept the streets fed. Blaze ran security for both sides. Mighty Mouse used to crash on Fang's couch when things got rough at home. It was love. Real love. Main people in this story: Paco, role, underboss of 47th. Traits: quiet, calculating, loyal to a fault. Arc: grieving husband turned solo avenger. Signature line: I don't speak twice. Joker, role, street diplomat, respected OG. Traits: strategic, emotionally torn, peace-seeking. Arc: balancing loyalty to Paco with survival instincts. Signature line: I keep the streets breathing. Mighty Mouse, Mario Lopez. Role: small but lethal soldier. Traits: tactical, underestimated, surgical. Arc: Troll King turned frontline assassin. Signature line: size don't matter when you aim right. Hootha Doom. Role: digital instigator, meme lord. Traits: reckless, creative, cold-hearted. Arc: online troll who sparks real-world war. Signature line: cold summer coming. 47X mark. Role: young soldier caught slipping. Traits: charismatic, distracted, loyal. Arc: his death becomes a turning point. Signature line: I'm good out here. The Jackals, 49th Street, Cash Migo. Role: legacy leader, Bean's closest brother. Traits: emotional, loyal, spiritually grounded. Arc: from grief to vengeance, trying to hold the crew together. Signature line: they took my brother. Now I take the streets. Blaze. Role: enforcer, militant strategist. Traits: impulsive, cold, feared. Arc: orders the hit on Paco's wife. Fractures the Jackals. Signature line: I don't wait for permission. Fang. At Fang, keep that thang. Role: digital troll, reckless soldier. Traits: loud, disrespectful, unpredictable. Arc: his posts escalate the war beyond control. Signature line: I keep that thang, and the timeline hot. Jackal JJ. Role: solo hitter, Knight Rider. Traits: quiet, precise, loyal to Blaze. Arc: kills 47X mark, posts about it, sparks retaliation. Signature line: I move when the streets sleep. Beans, deceased. Role: beloved jackal, heart of the crew. Traits: funny, loyal, respected. Arc: his death ignites the war. Signature line: I'm good with everybody, but I ride for mine. Wildcard characters. Tasha, Paco's wife, killed after gym session. Her death haunts the story. Nia, the girl 47 Mark was talking to. OG Rel, retired street legend, respected by both sides. Could broker peace or spark chaos. Lil Prophet, young rapper from 47th, turns the war into viral music. Sister Margot, church elder who hosted Beans' funeral, symbol of community grief. The crack came quietly. A dice game on 49th. A 47th soldier accused of cheating. Words turned to shoves. Shoves turned to fists. Blaze broke it up. But the damage was done. Pride got bruised. Ego got loud. Then came the robbery. A Jackal stash house hid in the middle of the night. No proof, but whispers pointed to 47th. Joker swore it wasn't them. Cash believed him, but Blaze didn't. And Beans started watching Paco different. The streets felt it. The cookouts stopped. The reposts on X dried up. The jokes turned cold. And then, one night, Paco rolled through 49th with some of his crew. Beans never made it home. Paco, along with Mighty Mouse, Doom 47, Little Pup, and John Starks, pull up to the Mama Johnson corner store on 49th and Turner, where Beans, a beloved member of the Jackals, along with Max Slide and Sloth of the Jackals, was joking and smoking weed, when a white van pulled up, and two men shooting AK-47s towards the group, striking Beans in the chest before they spin off. Max and Sloth got Beans in the back of their car and went to the hospital, where he later died at 11:45 a.m.
We're reporting tonight from 49th and Turner. A 22-year-old man was hit in the chest and rushed to the hospital, where he later died.
But why things turned sour? Why things took a bad turn? A few dice games shouldn't make two crews who love each other and looked at each other like family to fall out and become bitter rivals. Well, maybe because Paco felt like the 49th Street didn't belong in the drug deal with the Peru Connect. Paco wanted more money for himself. He felt like he wanted to take a bigger part in the drug trade, which caused conflict with Joker. But more on that story. Why was this death so important? Well, that's because Beans not only was a beloved member of the Jackals, but was the brother of the leader of the Jackals, Cash Migo. Cash mother took in Beans when he was only 2 years old. Beans' mother, a former 47th Street member, was killed, and his father was already in prison in the feds. Beans was the heart and soul of the Jackals. Blaze, who was close to Beans, took his death really hard and swore revenge. Cash had it really hard. Not only he lost a brother, but he was in a tough position. One wrong move can start a war with 47th, but at the same time, mess up the deal he had with Joker with the Peru Connect. The origin of the Jackals. Beans was the one who called the crew the Jackals. He was watching a Pet Planet show one day and saw a pack of jackals attack to prey, and thought that is how 49th Street rolled as well. Before the Jackals, 49th Street was known as Killtown 49. Kool-Aid, the leader back then, was under a RICO indictment for 2 murders and a drug network. He was sentenced to life without parole in federal prison. 49th Street was without a leader, but Cash Migo and Joker became best of friends and was bringing in lots of money, though the drug trade as well. Illegal gambling operations. 49th, with major help and influence from Beans and Fang, wanted Cash Migo to take over. The death of Tasha, a cold summer trigger. Tasha was Paco's piece. She wasn't in the streets. She was the gym, the books, the quiet strength behind the storm. Every morning, she hit the same routine. 6:30 a.m. cardio, headphones in, no security. She trusted the rhythm. Blaze didn't. After Beans was killed, Blaze wanted blood. Cash Migo told him to wait, to move smart. But Blaze moved solo. He pulled up in a stolen sedan, parked across from the gym, and waited. No mask, just fury. 6:42 a.m. Tasha stepped out, towel over her shoulder. Blaze walked up calm, said nothing, and fired twice. One to the chest, one to the head. She dropped instantly. No witnesses, no mercy. By 7 a.m., the timeline was on fire. At Fang Keep That Thing, she should have kept that gym schedule private. #Jackal season.
We are live outside the Ultra Fit gym where police are investigating the murder of a 30-year-old woman found earlier this evening. Forensic teams are still processing the scene behind me.
It was supposed to be a good night. It seemed like that's the day. 47X Mark had just heard the news. His girl, Nia, was pregnant with their first child. She told him outside the corner store, under the flickering streetlight, with a smile that could melt concrete. He laughed, hugged her, kissed her forehead, said he'd name the baby after his uncle, said he was done with the streets after this. purpose. JJ was watching. He'd been posted in the alley for an hour, hoodie up, burner in hand. Blaze had whispered the order, "Make it loud, make it hurt." JJ didn't ask questions. He moved when the street slept. 10:43 p.m. Mark leaned against the wall, still smiling. Nia held his hand. JJ stepped out, raised the Glock, and fired once. Center mass. Mark dropped instantly. Nia screamed. Caught him before he hit the ground. "Baby, stay with me, please." Blood soaked her jeans. Mark's eyes fluttered. He tried to speak, but the words never came. He died in her arms, one hand still on her stomach. JJ didn't run. He posted. @JackalJJ. Corner store convo got cut short. #JackalBusiness.
After the murder of 47X marked Mighty Mouse, and Fang was on IG live trolling each other. Mighty Mouse: "Damn, I can go for some beans and toast right now." Fang: "Hey, roll up the Marco pack. The disrespect and trolling kept going." Mighty Mouse asked if Bean's funeral was going to be the next day as promised, and Fang asked why Mighty didn't answer, just smiled.
Yeah, we live from the function. Check it out.
Told you we'd roll through. What's up, old man?
This is live right now. Send it.
Oh, God, no, run! Get down, get down!
On 47th, grief was met with gunfire. Sorrow drowned in bullets.
From Chicago's blood to LA's summit, a fragile truce was born.
How can you make a deal with the ops? What about Bay Bay?
Look, I don't trust him further than I can throw him. You know that.
Yeah, but this peace deal is better than more bloodshed. We gotta try.
I'm making this hit squad, just in case they want to break the peace deal.
This is King Judah 23 of the Judahlyfe Podcast, and you watching the Empire Network.
Dizzle.